I'm here with Coach Bowick. You guys had a sweet comeback tonight. What is it like getting a comeback like that compared to winning by a ton of points? Which victory would you rather take? I know it's a W either way, but do you think either one helps maybe team morale more?
I take them any way we can get them, and that's the way arena football is. If we win by 3 or we win by 20, I take them any way we can get them.
Adam Bednarik obviously has to be talked about here. Played wide receiver, special teams, and obviously he used to be the quarterback. So how did practices change? What was he doing? How did you even think of putting him out there?
Actually, we already knew that he played a little receiver at college too before he played quarterback. So we started working him at that during the last week because simple fact of our receivers, we had so many guys that was getting dinged up. We could only dress 20 guys. So we started working at him, and he looked great at it. So it came out to be a perfect time that he got in the game, and it helped, and it paid off.
Yeah, and was it hard because he doesn't have much experience in the arena game as a receiver, but he showed that he was kind of a primary receiver tonight.
Well, it helped because he's a quarterback and he knows what a receiver is supposed to be, so I think that helped out in his favor, him knowing where everybody's supposed to be, and it came easy to it.
Is he still practicing every day as a quarterback also, or is he just?
Yeah, he does quarterback. When we go on offensive days, he'll play quarterback. Then when we go defensive day, he'll play receiver.
So do you guys have just like tons of backup plans lined up? Because you do have receivers going down seemingly every week. Do you guys just have a cycle going through?
Not really. We able to keep some guys coming in the workout that's trying to make the team. They'll come up and give our guys some rest. When it's offensive defensive day, they'll take most of the reps and give our core guys some rest and give us a chance to heal up.
And now you've won 3 in a row. What's key to keeping this going and maybe using this as a motivator for the rest of the team?
Hard work. Hard work.
All right. Good game tonight.
Thanks, man.
I'm here with Alvin Ray Jackson. Some nice scores tonight. That was a nice touchdown catch. What was key to maintaining concentration when the ball was up in the air, and that was one of the key touchdowns of the game?
Well, I didn't run a good route to help my quarterback out. And when I seen the ball, I knew I wasn't able to get between them, so I just wanted to try to pop it up, and I knew it was going to be in the air if I could. So, I was already thinking about popping it up, and I tried to do it, and I did my best. Joe Jerry Vicious.
So a lot of trick plays today, 2-point conversions, a lot of risky plays that you guys would not normally do. What changed as a team? Did you guys have to get this win, so you have to pull all the tricks out of the bag?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go into the bye with a loss. That's a filthy taste in your mouth, and you got to wait a long time to play. And we were just trying to do the best we can to get a win, and came out here and it happened. We played hard, and it happened for us.
What are you going to do during this bye week to keep the momentum going? Where are you guys going? Are you leaving? Are you staying as a team?
I'm going home to Mississippi. I haven't been home in 3 months. And so I'm going to go home, take my mind off football, so my mind will be fresh and I can play hard when I come back next week and get rid of Milwaukee Iron.
And what was it like playing alongside Adam Bednarik? Now he's a receiver. Used to be the guy throwing you the ball.
Well, Adam is a pretty good athlete. He went to West Virginia. You have to be an athlete to play in West Virginia offense. And he's a pretty good athlete, did a little receiver there. And came in and did a great job. We have plenty of confidence in him. Came in and did a terrific job. And, I'm welcoming him over there to help us out.
And what more do you guys have to do to maybe keep a consistent game going? You got down early, and in the beginning of the season, you were up early, and then, you would fall late.
Well, today just was an aberration. It wasn't for real. A lot of guys I think was thinking about going home. A lot of guys missed their family. We looked over Manchester, which we shouldn't have because we're not good enough to look over anybody right now. And we got it together at halftime, and I think that'll never happen again.
All right. Good win today.
Yeah, thanks, man.
We're here with former quarterback Adam Bednarik, now a receiver, special teams player, all over the field. What was that like, and how did you even go out there and do that after no one even thought of this?
Well, first of all, not former quarterback. I still am quarterback, and I'm just a slash right now. But I have played some receiver in the past, and we were limited with some guys being injured and some guys being nicked up in the middle of the game, and coach knew that he could throw me in there, and I was willing to go in and do whatever I could. So just to be able to go out there and help contribute to get the win is a good feeling.
How have practices changed for you? Because obviously, you you came in here as a quarterback, and were you practicing ever at all as a receiver in those situations, or has it been, more you're working around tackles? You made some tackles today. How have practices changed for you?
Practices really actually haven't changed for me. You know, like I said, I'm still playing quarterback. It was just one of those things where, you know, some guys have been injured, and I just kind of filled in some slots as of right now, and coaches knew I can do it, so I just went out there and just did my best in the game. And as far as practices go, they're pretty much the same. I'm still taking my reps at quarterback, and then just every once in a while going in there at receiver. And then kickoff today, some guys needed breaks, so coach just threw me in there.
And is this going to be a consistent thing throughout the season? Are you going to keep doing this and are you going to keep working at receiver and keep working on special teams, or was this maybe temporary because of the injuries?
It may be a temporary thing. I don't know. That's going to be coach's decision. I'm a quarterback first, and if he needs me at other positions, then so be it. Then I'll play other positions as long as I can help the team win, and anything I could do to better my chances of moving up and getting up into the higher leagues and try and be as versatile as possible. So that'll be coach's decision. But as long as I'm helping the team win, and that's all that matters.
Do you think being a quarterback helps you as a receiver because of how experienced you are with reading defenses? And do you have the mindset of a quarterback when you're at receiver and thinking about what's to come?
Well, it definitely, without a doubt, helps being a quarterback and then having to play receiver because the depth of the routes, and you have to know what every receiver is doing on every play. And when you're out at wideout, it makes it that much easier for me, knowing the spots that I got to try and get to and, where I have to be and what the timing's supposed to be like. So it just makes it that much easier on myself when I am playing receiver.
All right, good game today.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I'm here with Stephen Wassel, and you got down by a lot in this game, seemingly early on, and it seemed, what was key to maybe keeping hope and then knowing that you could surge back for that comeback?
Probably the last 2 weeks. We didn't have to overcome 24 points, but we did have to come over a halftime deficit. And our defense, offense stays a little more calm than defense, and the defense was getting jacked up at halftime in the locker room, and I think it showed, especially with them, should have had a few turnovers maybe that didn't go our way, and they kept fighting.
And so now 3 consecutive wins. You at quarterback each time. You haven't lost so far. What is this like for your confidence and having everyone behind you, and how do you keep this going?
We got to keep doing the same thing we've been doing. We kind of slacked off not slacked off, but we goofed around a little more during practice, and I thought that's why we came out flat in the first half. We got our work done, but we still a little too much grab-assing, I guess. So we've proven to ourselves we can come from a second half deficit, and this one especially being 24 points, offense and defense in the second half. If we play like that for the whole game, who knows how many points we would have scored, and how little they would have scored. So.
And Adam Bednarik, fellow quarterback, now a receiver. What was it like working with him? And obviously you guys used to compete together, and now you're throwing to him. So what was that like in practice and in the game?
It's always fun to compete against someone at your position, especially someone like Adam. We get along good, but at the same time, we know what we're here for. So that helps the competitiveness. And then we knew he was an athlete and could go up and make plays. They had him at receiver a little bit at West Virginia. So we put him in there this week at practice. He was making plays, and it paid off in the game. I think one of the things that helps is him and I can kind of see the same coverages. We can read, the receivers are starting to read the coverages, but for me and him, that's what we're trained to do. So he could see what I was seeing.
And he was a quarterback, obviously. Was there any, wary trust? Like, were you able to trust him right off the bat? Him being quarterback, and you threw to him a lot. So did you have the trust factor right away when you knew he was former quarterback, now receiver?
Yeah, practicing with him since camp, you earn that trust with a guy, regardless if he plays a different position or the same position. But they bring in guys in this game all the time. We could have 3 new receivers if some guys are nicked up. You got to trust it. As soon as you step on the field, you got to just trust that they're going to be there and get it done. And we've been together now for 9 weeks or something. So we got the trust down no matter what position we're playing.
All right, good game.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.